Today I'm going to give you a complete locals guide to living in Salisbury, Maryland. We are going to cover the top things to do, my favorite parks, the top rated schools, and go over some helpful stats about the area. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote to go along with this video on livinginmaryland.com, the #1 resource for finding the perfect Maryland city that meets your unique needs. Alright, so let's talk about Salisbury. This is the largest city on Maryland's eastern shore with around 33,000 people living here. It's located right along Route 50, which makes it super easy to get to Ocean City, Annapolis, or even across the Bay Bridge to other parts of Maryland. Now, one of the best things about Salisbury is that it's a city that still has that small town feel. You get all the conveniences of a city like shopping, restaurants, and entertainment without the crazy traffic and high prices you'd find in bigger areas. One of the biggest perks of living in Salisbury is the cost of living. Compared to other cities in Maryland, housing here is super affordable. The average home price is around $260,000, which is way lower than places like Annapolis or Baltimore. You can find a mix of single-family homes, townhouses, and even some waterfront properties along the Wicomico River. Now let's talk about things to do. Salisbury has a little bit of everything. If you love the outdoors, there are some great parks and trails around here. Pemberton Park is one of my favorites with miles of hiking trails and beautiful scenery. There's also Schumacher Pond, which is a great spot for fishing or kayaking. And if you're into biking or jogging, the Salisbury City Park has a nice paved trail that goes around the zoo and through some scenic areas. Speaking of the zoo, Salisbury is home to the Salisbury Zoo, which is completely free to visit. That's right, free. It's not the biggest zoo in the world, but it's a really nice spot to check out. Some animals go for a walk and enjoy the scenery. They've got everything from alligators to otters and even some Andean bears. If you like events and festivals, Salisbury has a ton going on throughout the year. One of the biggest events is the National Folk Festival, which brings in thousands of visitors every year for live music, food, and cultural performances. There's also Third Friday, which is a monthly street festival downtown with live music, art vendors, and great food. And speaking of downtown, let's talk about the food scene. Salisbury has some awesome local restaurants. One of my favorite spots is Market Street Inn, which has a beautiful waterfront view and some of the best seafood around. If you're into craft beer, you got to check out Evolution Craft Brewing. They have some of the best beer on the Eastern Shore along with a great menu of food. Now let's talk about jobs. Salisbury is the economic hub of the Eastern Shore, so there are a lot of job opportunities here. The biggest employer in the area is Peninsula Regional Medical Center, which is now called Tidal Health. They provide a ton of jobs in the healthcare field. You've also got Salisbury University, which is a major employer in the area, along with Purdue Farms, which has its headquarters right here. If you're thinking about schools, Salisbury has a mix of public and private options. The public schools are part of Wicomico County Public Schools, with schools like James M. Bennett High School and Wicomico High School being the main ones for high school students. If you're looking for private schools, Salisbury has options like the Salisbury School and St. Francis of Sales Catholic School. Salisbury University is also a big part of the community, offering higher education with a strong reputation in business and education programs. Now let's talk about the location. One of the best things about Salisbury is that you're only about 30 minutes from Ocean City, which means a quick trip to the beach anytime you want. You're also close to Assateague Island, which is one of the most beautiful beaches in Maryland with wild horses roaming around and miles of untouched coastline. When it comes to shopping, you've got everything you need right here. The center at Salisbury is the main mall in town with stores like Target Old Navy and Boscov's. There are also plenty of grocery stores like Harris Teeter, Walmart, and Food Lion, so you won't have any trouble finding what you need. Another thing to love about Salisbury is the community. It's a city that's big enough to have plenty to do, but still small enough that you get that friendly hometown vibe. People here are welcoming, and there's a strong sense of pride in the community. Whether it's local sports farmers, markets, or community events, there's always something bringing people together. All right, so is Salisbury a good place to live? If you're looking for a city with affordable housing, a great location, close to the beach, and plenty of job opportunities, is definitely a great option. Plus, with all the parks, events, and restaurants, there's always something to do. Whether you're looking to move here for work, school, or just a change of scenery, Salisbury has a lot to offer. Don't forget to check out the full article I wrote for this area with additional links and resources on livinginmaryland.com, along with articles for hundreds of other Maryland cities. Our mission is to help you find the best city in Maryland that meets your unique needs. If you would like to have a conversation with one of our local real estate experts, just fill out the contact form below to get started.